Hey guys, welcome to Pickleball Pirate. We're headed down to Clear 1 in Orlando, Florida, and I'm pretty pumped up. We got Hendry Winarto playing, Tony Gianonni, the Badger,
and Gary Galt. He is real, people. I know a couple people have texted me saying that he's fictitious, like Walter White on Breaking Bad. And in many ways, I think that's a good analogy. But he is real. We have him live, and it's going to be a really good game. We have Gary Galt in the white, his partner Mark Napartovich in the red, and of course we have Hendry Winarto returning the ball, and we have Tony Gianonni. So they're both professionals. Henry and Tony are both professionals, and it's 1-1-1. Walter White, no, I mean Gary Galt, his servant. He is so quick. If you haven't seen him before, he's probably the fastest person I've seen play pickleball. I've played him in singles once, and he's just amazingly fast. It's 1-1-2. Mark Napartovich is serving. Let's just call him Mark the Russian. I'm screwing up his last name. Mark has the fastest hands in the West. He played badminton. He could still play badminton, and he'd be top 10 in Florida, period. You know, the over 50 division. We have Hendry Winarto serving. He played professional badminton. He was the coach on the Indonesian national team, and he is an amazing pickleball player. Tony Gianonni serving. It is 1-1-2. Tony is a phenomenal tennis player. Now he completely converted to pickleball. Amazing coach, just like Henry. Everyone he coaches gets amazingly better, which is why I'm still the same. Henry, I know I need lessons. So it's 2-1-2. Gary Galt just had some amazing tournament results. He played with Mark Johnston in the Clear 1 tournament. They beat a number of professional teams, and they ended up losing to Brian Stopp, who won a number of national championships, and Jaime Onsens, who played professional tennis, was 27 in the world at one point, and he beat Ivan Lendl at French Open. So he's phenomenal. He hasn't played a ton of tournaments that I know of, but he is gonna be extremely good. And I believe it's 2-1-1, Tony serving. 3-1-1. So we have Henry serving. And Mark plays with the same paddle that Simone Jargin plays with. It's a Prince Response Pro. He plays extremely well with it. It's a different weight than Simone's paddle. And I want to get a paddle review section up for you guys. I know a lot of people are hitting me up asking for paddles. See, that's a beautiful drive by Gary. And if you guys see what he did, he hit a drive and followed it up with a nice drop. And for all you rec players out there, that drive can be used to set up an easier drop. And that's what the pros do. It's 2-4-2 Gary calls the score, unlike most people, from Clear 1. Dinkin battle. Oh, Henry tried for a pretty sick shot, just missed. So it's 3-4-2. Nice drive, follows it up by the drop. And Mark, I'm not putting that in slow motion. Although, no, I won't. So it's 4-3-1, Tony serving. And it's 4-3-2. So we have 3-4-1. Mark serving. I know Mark got really upset with me a couple weeks ago, as he should have. I basically said he couldn't dink in a video, and I said it like 9 times. And the next day he came out and pretty much dinked me off the court, gave me a couple stare downs, and I deserved it. But Mark's a competitor, really likable guy, and I deserved it. What a shot by Gary Galt! Let's see that in slow motion! Unlimited talent, just like Walter White, but he chooses to use his talents for good, unlike Walter White. I think we should name him Walter White. I think that would be a good nickname. I have to ask him. Pretty much everyone gets upset with me with the nicknames I give them, but I think Walter White will stick. So we're going to call Gary Galt Walter White. And I believe Tony said 4-5-1, but I will confirm that. So Henry serving, I believe it's 4-5-2. See how they dink in a middle a lot, guys? It's very good to dink middle. Obviously you want some type of pattern, like 2-1-2, or middle, outside, middle. But you should always be dinking with some sort of pattern. I believe it's 5-5-2. Tony again, drove it and then dropped it. And that's a beautiful shot by Walter White. 5-5-1, so that is a score. Mark serving with his Prince Response Pro. And I apologize, guys. I know I've been getting a lot of complaints about calling the paddles wrong. But my response to that would be, I'm not getting paid to do this. But I love pickleball, and I really do enjoy this, and I want to do a good job. So, the Badger was giving me trouble. With love. Oh, just missed. It's 6-5-2. So Walter White's nickname in Breaking Bad was Heisenberg. How about Heisenberg? I'm calling him Heisenberg. That's better. Heisenberg. That's gonna stick. Dinkin' War. And if you watch Tony and Henry dink, they're really moving around the people. If you keep the people moving when they're dinking, they tend to make a mistake, so everyone can learn a ton. And there's a puppet master, Hendry. So good, so deceptive. He's like God's gift to pickleball. What a shot! Let's see that in slow motion. And you see a lot of people earning, and they barely clear the line. If you look at Hendry, he was like a foot past the line in the alley. Just so athletic, so deceptive, and he can just go from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. That's the Badger, just amazed, completely amazed. I think he stopped the game on the other court just to make sure that he wasn't seeing things. He's had a number of concussions. And I'll get you guys a score. I know I'm gonna get yelled at. And I'll get you a score next time I hear it. I know it's a close match. So we have Hendry serving. We'll wait till Gary Galt scores. He calls the score. Serves. So Gary's serving. I'll get a score. I think he said 6-8-1. I will confirm that. Hendry is just so good. So we're going with 8-6-1. Great shot by Heisenberg. Hendry is just so good. And guys, if you want to take lessons from Tony or Hendry, you're going to get exponentially better, period. Everyone I know that took lessons get exponentially better. So, if you go to the Clear One website in Orlando, Florida, you'll have all the information. Book a lesson. Good defense. Heisenberg makes his way up from that. He's so fast. Heisenberg is just so freaking fast. So guys, I went back to the tape and listened to what Mark said. It sounds like he's saying 8-10. What a shot by Mark. Beautiful. Nine, 10. I believe it's 10-10. Guys, if you saw Henry, he just kept it nice and deep, and lots of times if you can do that and keep your opponent at the baseline, you're going to get an error. Tony flipped it up the middle, and it worked. So I believe it's 11-10-2. That's Austin Corper, who just ruined the point. Just joking, Austin. So 11-10-2. Caught it out. And I'll try to get you a score. It must have not been that. And I apologize, guys. Let's see if Gary calls a score. Gary called a score. Beautiful shot by Tony. This is just a great match, and I apologize for the score. So Mark called 10-2. So it has to be within a couple points. So it's 11. I believe it's 11. So good by Henry. Just so good. And guys, this does not happen very often. Tony and Henry usually hit people off the court. Again, it's rec play, and they've probably been out here for 2-3 hours, so it is rec play. Tony and Henry are professionals. They're nice enough to play with us. I believe it's 11-11-2. We're going to say 12-11-2. So I believe it's 12-11 right now. So this is game point. Ball came on the court, so 12-11, match point. Great game. Thanks so much for watching, guys.